Hello guys, Namaskar, I'm Ronit and welcome back to my channel, The Bong Connection. Today I am finally here doing the review for ARJUN Reddy. So this is going to be a non-spoiler review. So those who are planning to watch Kabir Singh, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I'm just going to talk about the things which I actually absolutely loved on the surface. I'm not going to delve deep into it. I'm just going to say what I loved about this film. So yeah, don't worry, this is a non-spoiler review, so you guys can watch it and then you can go and watch Kabir Singh. This I am going to watch it as well. So yeah, the first things first, this movie is amazing. I just loved it. It was a 3-hour long movie, but I never felt that it was a 3-hour long. I didn't even know what the duration of this movie was. I was so immersed into this film. It was so amazing. It kept me going and going and going, and I was so immersed into the story of ARJUN Reddy that I never really realized when the time passed by. So yeah, that's how amazing this film is. Let's talk about how real this film is. This film was really hard-hitting for me. It struck the right chord in me, and though I have not faced such kind of troubles which he was going through in the whole film, I know a lot of people who went through the same kind of troubles. I have subscribers, I have friends, I have people in my life who have gone through such kind of troubles, and it's a very relatable story. So yeah, I really felt it. I really felt his character. So loved it so damn much. ARJUN Reddy as a character is so intense, so powerful, and I remember while reviewing the trailer for Kabir Singh, I said that I would not, I don't know whether I would be friends with such a guy, because he's so self-destructive, he's so stubborn, he's so angry all the time. I don't think I would be able to deal with it. I said that. But when I watched the film, watching this film, his character developed in such a way. He showed so many shades. Like, you can't believe how he actually bloomed in front of me. We could see humanity inside of him. He was very angry. He had anger issues all the time. And that was the most scary thing about his character, which actually, in reality, if I face such a character, I would actually want to stay away from him. But at the same time, you feel for him. You feel for this guy. You understand what he's going through and why he does things what he does. Okay, the kind of power he has over people, the charm, the charisma that oozes of him, nobody can deny that. People are literally scared of him. His presence is everything, and whenever he enters the room, everybody knows that this guy is a boss. He's a badass, and we must not take any kind of panga with him. So he's going to beat the crap out of you if he gets angry. So yeah, I totally loved his character. I thought his character was really beautifully etched out, the way his character progressed and the kind of emotions he showed throughout. It was beautifully done. Then comes the character of Preeti, which was played by Shalini Gupta. So sorry, I think I'm saying the name incorrectly. It's Shalini Pandey. I'm really sorry for spelling her name incorrectly. So she did a fabulous job with her character. Whatever was given to her, she didn't have much screen time as compared to ARJUN Reddy, but I could understand why she was not in the film. I actually, for once, I thought that she was not needed in the film. For once, I actually thought for half part of the film, I thought that she was actually not needed in this film, because Vijay Deverakonda as an actor is so enigmatic and so charismatic. His performance, his screen presence is so damn powerful that you don't need anyone in this film. I could actually watch him all day long. He is so good. He's so good. And this is my first time watching his movie. I have never seen him before. I have never reacted to any of his movies or any of his trailers before. The only thing which I reacted to was a song from this movie, which I was amazed. The moment I saw it, I knew that I had to watch it, but for some reason I didn't get to watch the film. But thank God that Kabir Singh is releasing and I got to watch this film, because I was missing out on a gem. So yes, this guy is a fabulous actor. Oh my God, he captivated me the moment the film started, and his brooding persona was so damn attractive and it immediately caught my attention. There were scenes in this movie where I actually was so much rooting for him, though I knew that he was going too far, but I don't know, for some reason I was rooting for him. his character, but I could also place myself in the shoes of the girl, and I could understand why she was doing what she was doing. And you know, there were moments where I didn't know what to do. It was so intense, it was so like tough for me that I couldn't understand whose side I'm on. I was like so confused. It was so good. It was so good. They made these two actors are the pillars of this film, apart from the director Sandeep Vanga, who did a fabulous job for me, according to me, because the frames, the way he directed it, how much power packed it was. He never let me feel that I was actually getting bored. Though it was a 3-hour long movie, the pace was not at all slow for me. I thought that the story beautifully flowed from the start to the beginning. There was not a moment where I got bored. I was totally into the story. I could feel his emotions. I could feel his pain. I could feel his love. I could feel his anger. I could feel everything that he was going through. It was like I was watching a guy's life, a biography of a person. It was so beautiful. And then there was the other characters, the side characters. Let's mention them because they deserve this accolade. Rahul Ramakrishna, who played the role of Shiva, who was his first best friend, and he did such a fabulous job. He supported him so nicely throughout the movie. It was him who actually kept me entertained. He was so real, he was so funny, and his antics were not like over the top. It was just perfect. You know, he's just the kind of friend which we all have. I could see him just like my friend. I wanted him to be my friend. He was so supportive of the character of Arjun Reddy, and he was standing with him throughout his life, throughout his turmoils, throughout his bad phase. And that's what a real friend looks like. That's what a real friend is. And I love that about his character. Rahul Ramakrishna just was outstanding in whatever he did. And then came the other characters, his other friend Priyadarshi Pullikonda, who also was really great as Vipul. And then the girls Anisha Allah and Aditi Myakal, who played Vidya, and Kirti, they were great. And Jia Sharma, who actually played herself. I have seen her before, but I didn't know that. I'd never seen any of her movies, so I didn't know whether she was actually playing herself or she was actually playing a character in the movie. But I was surprised to see that she was playing herself, so it was a surprise for me, and that was amazing. I liked her character. Whatever she did was good. The parents played by the girls' parents were played by Gopinath Bhatt, who played Devdas Shetty, and Sanjay Swaroop, who played Arjun's father. They were really good, especially Gopinath Bhatt. He was very brooding and angry as a father. I could really feel his wrath. I could really feel how angry he was, and I could see many fathers doing that when they are not approving of their daughter's choice. So I could relate, and I could feel him. And then there was Arjun's brother, played by Kamaraju, who played Gotham. He was really good. I could feel the brotherly love and passion he had for his little brother, the kind of care he had towards his little brother. I could really feel him. He was really good at what he did. He was so believable, and he never let me believe that he was not a part of this film. He always supported Arjun's character by and by, through and through. So yeah, I really loved him. Oh, sorry, I think I named one of his friends' name incorrectly. It's Kalyan Subramanyam. So yeah, I'm really sorry, who played Kamal. How can I forget? So it's Kalyan Subramanyam who played another of his friends. So I'm really sorry if I made a mistake. He did a great job as well. So each and every character was really good. I thought that every one of them played important roles in this film, but the main part which did actually captivate me was a love story between Preeti and Vijay Deverakonda. I was like going, oh, in so many places they had such beautiful moments between them, tender, soft moments, which actually made me feel how much deep and passionate their love story was. I actually was rooting for both of them. I could see how beautifully their love was developing. I could see the kind of twinkle Arjun Reddy had in his eyes whenever he saw Preeti, and how passionately he was in love with Preeti. And at the same time, Preeti, the kind of care she had for Arjun, the kind of love she had for Arjun, when they couldn't meet for many months, they could meet again together. I could see that sadness in her eyes, or that happiness in her eyes when they're meeting again after so long. And it was beautiful. These two guys, like they actually lifted this whole film on their shoulders, and they really did a great job. They did a fabulous job at it. I love the story. There are like many plots to this movie. Like the story started out with how rude and brash Arjun Reddy is. Then what happens when he falls in love with a girl, and then he moved on to the later part of his character. It was like they were showing the flashbacks and then coming back to the present and showing what happened afterwards and his career, how he was going through that, whether he was a good doctor or not. So a lot of things were there, and there was another plot which involved his downfall. It was really captivated, really nicely. So I really was impressed with how the storyline worked here, and I was actually going with it. I had no complaints. I never thought that anything in this movie was unnecessary for me. So yeah, that was amazing. And then comes the music. Let's talk about the music. This is actually how you do a music for a movie. The background score was phenomenal. Whether it's an intense scene, it's a fight scene, or it's a love scene, or whatever it is, the music score was beautifully playing alongside the scenes, and it kept me. It was one of the reasons which actually helped this movie reach on a very high level. So that was fabulous. If we talk about the songs, if I listen to them separately, I don't know whether I love them or not. They didn't really stand out for me, but I love the fact that they were a very important part of the movie. They were not unnecessary in the movie. They were not like random dance songs, the party songs, or whatever it is like usually we see in Bollywood movies or any kind of other South Indian movies. I love the fact that they really beautifully fell into place along with the movie and the scenes. They perfectly captured the story. It was perfect, and that's why I loved the songs. They beautifully flowed with the scenes. So that's why I love the background score, and I loved. Hats off to the music director. He did a fabulous job with this. So yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Really did. So apart from that, the direction was very crisp. The storyline was taut, and the characters were beautifully etched out. Overall, I will definitely give this movie a 4.5 out of 5. 0.5 I'm cutting down because I thought that there were many characters who could have been developed better, like the female friends of Vijay's, but I couldn't totally understand. It was his story, so they didn't have much to do in this one. But still, I could feel they could have done a little more with them. Okay, so yeah, overall, I totally give this a total thumbs up. Guys, you should watch this movie, and if you want to watch Kabir Singh first, then watch it, but definitely give this a shot, because I think, and I know that for sure, that what is the movie? Kabir Singh is a pie-to-pie copycat of this movie. No scenes are different, because whatever I saw in the trailer, it was exactly what is shown in this movie. So I don't know whether they have done something different or not, but if the trailers are anything to go by, it's exactly going to be the same. So don't watch Arjun Reddy if you are planning to watch Kabir Singh, but if you want to watch Arjun Reddy and then watch Kabir Singh, then you can do it, but the choice is yours. So guys, that was it. I loved it. Vijay Deverakonda has definitely become one of my favorite actors. He's such a strong person, and he's such a beautiful actor. He speaks through his eyes, his body language, everything was on a whole new different level. So he was mind-blowing for me. As a first time watcher of his performance, I was totally mesmerized by him, and it helps that he's so good looking. So this guys, that was it. A total thumbs up was for this movie. Comment down with your thoughts and suggestions. Let me know what you thought about this movie. If you have already watched it, what you thought about my review. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon by the side of the subscribe button in order to get all the latest notifications when I post a new video. I'll be seeing you guys again. Until then, ciao.